Shalom, blessings. Elder Mitch back in the video. Coming on real quick. It's been quite some time since I popped up a vid, but I want to throw one up real quick, let everybody know. No longer in Texas. I'll probably be back and forth a little bit here and there, but I'm no longer in Texas. I'm now living on a community in Kentucky, a few hours from Straightway in Tennessee. And it's going to be a slow migration of saints funneling up here, actually, as we make places and homes available for them to stay in. They'll actually be moving out of Texas. So that's somewhat of what you would call a Texodus, or exodus, if you will. So, you know, we didn't start out wanting property in Kentucky. We didn't, you know, that's not the way it was. You know, initially we were all in Texas. We all wanted to be in Texas. We're going to get some property in Texas, but with some of the changes that are actually going on there, with the influx of people that are moving there, it was no longer my desire to be there. A lot of the fracking that was going on, and some of the gas wells and things of that nature, it's just not someplace I wanted to be. And Pastor Dow, who was my pastor, you know, one day, when I remembered, he made a statement. This was probably back in 2012. I was pretty young to the ministry at that time. I'd probably only been around a year at that point in time. But he said one of his visions was to have communities set up within a 6-hour radius, or so, maybe more than that, I can't remember exactly. But basically, have homesteads set up within a certain radius of Straightway and, you know, each other. You know, within 30 minutes of each other, within an hour of each other, within a few hours of one another. So that way we can, you know, exchange flow of information, goods, things of that nature, product, whatever. And so with that being said, we embarked on a journey. Myself, Brother Greg, and Deacon Gorman, and the rest of the brethren that were down there with us. Some of them up here now in Kentucky with me right now. So we put together a plan to actually come together, start living together, inconvenience ourselves to no longer have this one home be my home. For my wife not to say, this is my kitchen, this is, you know, my utensils, this is my blender, my this, my that, you know. We'll let all that go to say, hey, let's do this together. The only way we can actually obtain what we're desiring is if we come together. Can one man, you know, say to himself, save up some money and go get something? Yeah, but we ended up getting 85 acres. And I tell you, we wouldn't have been able to get that if I stayed in my own little dwelling place, if Deacon Gorman stayed in his own little dwelling place, Brother Greg and Desmond and Terrence and Elder Darrell and even the other brothers, Chris and Christian. And the list goes on. If we stayed in our own little isolation, living in our own little place, there's no way we could have saved all the funds and finances that we need to save in order to get what we wanted to get, that we desired to get or obtain. You know, money answereth all, as the word would say. And so we could come together, we could fellowship, we could praise, give Father the glory, we could do all those things, but there weren't going to be any moves made unless us brothers worked hard, put these funds together, inconvenienced ourselves. And in 2015 we did that. And so we came together in about 3 or 4 homes, started staying together, and each home had a point of contact or somebody else going to take the lead, or the head, if you will. And we all came into what we all agreed with one another. We made a covenant agreement with one another of how things were going to be, how we were going to go about it, what rules were going to be set, things of that nature. And if we ever had any discrepancy or an issue, when we couldn't agree on something, then, you know, me being the elder or the head of the fellowship at the time, I'll make the executive decision. But really, that's not a desire of any leader, is to have to make executive decisions. We all just want to be in common unity together, but, you know, sometimes those things must need be made. But anywho, a little time had went by. We saved over I'll just say we saved over 6 figures. We bought a piece of land. We continued to put our money together. We bought a diesel truck, which I'm driving right now. We bought a nice big size home, mobile home. Pastor blessed us with a shed that we're actually working on at this very moment. We're building shelves, and we're focusing on getting doors put on right now. And, after everything's put together, we're gonna work on electrical after that, running some power to it. But yeah, slowly but surely we was able to put our resources together and actually build or create the humble beginnings of a community. So we're not where we want to be. We're gonna keep working hard. Maybe tomorrow or something, I'll come back on and show you guys a little bit of the community. I know a lot of people out there really haven't seen it, so I'll start kind of letting you guys in on a little bit of what we're doing and what we got going on. But the blueprint to this thing, man, is straightway. You know, at the end of the day, we got to give credit to what credit is due. You know, Pastor Dow really piqued my interest when I first started listening to him with the community. You know, all these other groups. I mean, when I started out, you know, in this walk, man, I was listening to GMS, ISUPK, I was listening to IUIC, I was listening to, you know, all these different people, man. I was listening to some people that were flying solo, man. I was listening to all kind of different teachers and captains and things of that nature, man. But, you know, like I said, what really stuck out to me with Pastor Dow and Straightway Ministry was the fact that, you know, they were growing their own food, that they had their own animals, they had their own dwelling places, you know, and that's something that, you know, even before I came to the ministry, one of my desires was to have me 10 acres. I want to retire my mother and my father, move them out to the land, you know what I'm saying, piece of property I was going to purchase. Me and my brother was going to do this, and I was going to have me a home, he was going to have him a home, I was going to have my parents at a home. And that was my desire, you know, have some vegetation I grow, and maybe a few chicks or something like that. Nothing on the scale that Straightway's doing, you know. So now nothing's really truly changed for me, but the fact that, you know, I'm doing it with a whole new set of people that I did not grow up with, that has now become my family, as you will read in the Gospels. You know, people who are striving with me, people who have the same belief that I have, people who are speaking the same language that I'm speaking, people who have the same heart, the same mind, you know. The oneness is there. And so nothing truly in my life has changed, with the exception of my belief. From the time I was a heathen, that is, you know. My belief system has changed. My faith has grown. I've grown in power and in knowledge, sobriety, just grown. So it's a testament to Pastor Dow and the Straightway Ministry and the elders and the other brothers which I've met on my journey. But, you know, now I'm where I really want it to be, and that's a beautiful time. It really is. I love it for my children. I love it for all the children that are out there. One of the main things that I wanted to get settled was to get the children and the mothers set apart. I wanted to get them on the community, to put them in an environment where they didn't have to be concerned or worried about some of the things that come along with being in the city. Houston was a growing city. I didn't really want to be there anymore. A great influx. Deacon Gorman found a article, and in this article, it stated the growth of counties across the United States, and Texas had 3 counties in the top 10. I think Dallas-Fort Worth area was number 1. They had like 145,000 growth concerning residents. Texas was number 2. They had about 94,000 new residents. And this is over. This is within a year. And then I think the Austin area, county in Austin, was number 9 on the list. But all in all, my thing is that they had 3 counties in the top 10, and so it's something I just didn't want to be a part. I wanted to be out somewhere where I didn't have to worry about a whole lot of people. All I had to be concerned with were the people that I know, my neighbors, my brothers, my sisters, those who think like me, walk like me, function like me, and that's what I was desiring. So we made it happen, and very happy with that. But anyway, that's a quick update. I'm gonna let you guys go. I may come back on, like I said, and show some more videos of the community probably in the next few days or so. All right, blessings and shalom.